Hey, what's up? Hey, hey, bro. Since you ain't doing nothing, why don't you just go on and hit the subscribe button, and I'll be happy, you'll be happy, and the world turns around better. Um, being when I'm out of town, people always ask me, do I meet celebrities? Just because you live in LA, it ain't like you're gonna be running into movie stars and stuff like that all the time. But you do run into them from time to time. So let me go down the list. David Allen Greer, he used to live in the next apartment building from me. All I can say, he wasn't one of the friendliest brothers in the world. Now, this was during the In Living Color era. The actor who played Joe Peeps in The Sopranos, he used to live right down the hall from me. And, we used to kind of kid around. I remember one time he said, "Hey man, check me out this week on The Sopranos." That was the week he got whacked. Tommy Michael Ford from Martin, I remember running into him twice in one day. He was a real friendly guy. Like I say, he is real friendly, nice guy. George Spell, when I was a kid, he was like the biggest black actor out there. I mean, he was on Bewitched, Cosby Show, I Dream of Jeannie, all that kind of stuff. But when I ran into him, he was a security guard somewhere. Antoine Fisher, I knew Antoine Fisher before he became Antoine Fisher. We were in a writers group together. Now nobody can hear from the brother. Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. I ran into him at the Showbiz Expo. We kind of joked around, kind of got smart with me. That wasn't necessary, but what can I say? It's him. A few minutes later, I ran into Emmanuel Lewis. And about a year or two later, before he got as big as he is now, I ran into Reno Wilson. And we kind of exchanged a few words at the Showbiz Expo. Shavar Ross. Now, when I worked at the Screen Actors Guild, I found his money and we met at that point. And I met him one time, he was on the bus. Me and him was on the bus together. Since then, we had exchanged emails. I was trying to get him to come on a public access show I was doing. He wouldn't do it. He was starting a ministry or something at the time. During that same time that I found his money at Screen Actors Guild, I also found money for Danielle Spencer. It's D from What's Happening. And, it was friendly at the time. Like I say, I know she forgot who I am now. A few months ago, I ran into Brian Hooks. And I had tried to get in business with one of his homeboys that didn't work out. And I happened to run across Brian at a street festival. And we kind of laughed about that. Adam Lazar White. I'll never forget, I was working at a school and he walked in the cafeteria. I thought he was there for show and tell or something. It turns out he was there as a substitute teacher. I had no idea, but between acting gigs, he's a substitute teacher. At the same school, I used to see Larry B. Scott all the time. His son was going there, so he used to come pick his son up. So I saw him on a regular basis. Thora Birch, her younger brother was a student of mine. Sasha Mitchell, his daughter was a student of mine. And Wally Langham. I know his daughter was a student of mine. I'm not so sure about his son. I used to see his son all the time, though. I went to a Mr. Belvedere taping one time. And the daughter on the show, Tracy Wells, came up in the stands, bumped into me, didn't say excuse me because she was trying to go sit with Jay Underwood, another actor. She came up in the stand. Nobody even noticed she was there. Robin Roberts. I went to school with Robin Roberts, but I saw her a couple of years ago, the day before the Oscars. Me and a couple of friends were hanging around in Hollywood, and she just happened to be in front of the hotel, and we talked, shook hands and everything, but I could tell she didn't even remember who I was. So that's the list. There's a few more, but I didn't bother to, even bring them up because either I met them as a group or we just said like one or two words and that was it. So what can I say? Now, if anybody asks how many celebrities I know, I met, this is it.